Alright, before I start this video, I'd like to say that I created a Twitter account. It is called A Project of Time. You should really follow this account. Please follow this account. You should really do it. It's a good idea. Follow this account. It's really good. Please follow this account. Follow this account. Follow. Hello, this is the Time Project, and 2017 was a weird year for music. It was certainly an improvement over 2016, but it was also a lot less interesting to talk about. What I mean by this is that the worst music 2016 had to offer came in a large variety of different forms. Even if the music was really bad, you were always given a new kind of awfulness, which isn't something I can say for 2017. None of the songs leave a mark or even much of an impression. They just pass by as a radio noise, and I doubt that many of these will be remembered in 10 or even 5 years. But let's be honest, none of you even care about this. You're just here for the ranking. Well, in that case, let's just get started. Nothing much has changed format-wise, though I will be using different text fonts in order to seem less like a double agent clone. Even though that's not really changing much of anything, and I'm still basically copying this guy's style. Who gives a fuck? This song exists for one reason, to stir up drama. That's why it sounds so rushed and poorly made, because it wasn't meant to be a song, it was meant to be a source of drama. Which is already a terrible idea, but it gets even worse. The reason Taylor was mad was because Kanye West used a line in his song Famous that referred to her as that bitch.
For all my Southside niggas that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous.
It was later revealed through Kim Kardashian that Taylor did consent to the use of the lyric and even considered it a compliment.
For all my Southside niggas that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex.
I know, definitely. It's like a compliment, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, go with whatever line you think is better. It's obviously very tongue-in-cheek either way. And I really appreciate you telling me about it. That's really nice.
She did not consent to being called that bitch. But to make an entire song targeting somebody because of it is not only an overreaction, it's just a horrible thing to do, plain and simple. So basically, Taylor wanted to start a huge pointless drama with someone, and almost got away with it too. It's kind of like how Grade A Under A, yeah, remember him, started drama with Markiplier, PewDiePie, and Matthew Santoro, while saying that he didn't like drama. Yeah, that's the level of shit we're dealing with right here. Well, hopefully, Taylor realizes her mistake and doesn't make a song like this again. But considering that this exists,
are you ready for it?
I highly doubt that will happen. Can I ask a question? What the fuck is this sample? Seriously, what the fuck is this sample? Apparently, this sample not only consists of this extremely annoying noise, it also consists of the entire beat to something called Voodoo Song. And I mean the entire beat. So this is basically just J Balvin singing over someone else's awful beat and getting a top 10 hit, which makes this song even worse. And speaking of stealing someone else's beat,
Walked in this party and these girls looking at me.
Stealing someone else's beat entirely is a surefire way to make your song awful. And the fact that this peaked in the top 5 is absolutely insulting. But hey, at least the beat these guys chose to steal wasn't as awful as the one J Balvin chose. Kodak Black needs to realize that dismissing his rape allegations because people don't like seeing a black man succeed is a very stupid move. Of course, it also doesn't help that the song's complete shit, because it really, really is. If you watch a lot of music critics on YouTube, you've probably heard that this song is awful, and it is. The instrumentation is minimalistic and lacks any country qualities, and Sam Hunt's vocals are very hastily put together. But the worst part of this song are the lyrics. Many of them don't mean anything. Hell, even the title of the song doesn't mean anything, because what does a body like a back road mean? Sam never explains it, but he makes sure that you know that.
I'ma take it slow, just as fast as I can.
Ladies and gentlemen, we may have found the worst lyric of 2017, but don't quote me on that, I am still very unsure of it. The worst song Imagine Dragons have ever made. If Bet My Life, which in retrospect was also pretty terrible, didn't make me realize that this band sucked, then this is the song that did.
I tell all my hoes, rake it up.
I've recently found out that this song is almost identical to some random 80s strip club anthem you've probably never heard of before. So as if this lazy nothing song wasn't terrible enough, we get the additional information that apparently the producers didn't even make a half-unique beat.
Slippery, won't excuse me, please me.
Boring, tedious, and bland. It's overall a very long slog, and the fact that it's 5 minutes long isn't helping. This song infuriates me to no end. It's not just because it's over-processed, annoyingly robotic, and just generally sounds like complete shit. No, it's because of blackbear's tone and attitude. He shoves the fact that he's done with his ex down everyone's throat and trots around like he's fucking Jesus. It's very immature to say the least, which isn't helped by the fact that the video shows a bunch of grade school-aged children dancing to this song. Now, videos aren't taken into account when ranking these songs, but if they were, then this song would be even lower. Not only is this the worst music video on 2017's year-end list, it's also one of the worst music videos of all time. It's just so frustrating to see blackbear make a bunch of children take an unwarranted shit all over his ex just for fun. Seriously, blackbear, fuck you. This is Gold 2.0. What, did you expect me to say something clever or interesting? No, this is just Gold 2.0. Nothing more to it.
I know I can treat you better than he can.
An entire year has passed. Many songs have come and gone. Many opinions are bound to change. And here we have the exact same song in the exact same position. Strange.
I got fake people showing fake love to me.
2017 will forever be known as the year that Drake died, is what I would have said if he didn't come back in 2018 with even more top 10 hits. I actually don't have much to say about this song in particular. I mean, it's boring, betrays Drake as a huge dick, and sounds like album fodder, but other than that, there's not much to talk about. It's pretty much just nothing. One of the worst songs Maroon 5 has ever made. I can just tell by listening to this that nobody working on it gave even the slightest bit of a shit.
The number of the day. Is it 1? 1. Is it 2? 2. Is it 3? 3. 4? 4. 5? 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. Is it 8? 8. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8!
This is basically just UNO again.
$1,000 pair of shoes, you don't even know.
The main problem with this song isn't Julia Michaels' weak, apprehensive vocal performance, it's the fact that it isn't accompanied by anything. There are barely any instruments in this song at all, except for some background vocals which only actually make Julia's vocal performance sound worse. There isn't anything redeemable about this song. It all just ends up being a pretty bad Selena Gomez ripoff. Boring, dull, tries way too hard to be edgy, and makes horrible use of a sample. This one's the whole package. I think that we, as a society, can agree that Maroon 5 is best left off the charts.
on me, yeah. Look at me, look at me, look at me, yeah. Fuck on me, yeah.
I respect XXXTentacion as a person. May he rest in peace. However, he was a genuinely awful human being, and his music sucked. But I should probably stop criticizing him before I get comments saying that I'm an asshole, so I'm just gonna move on to the next song before that happens.
I just wanna rollie with a dapper ranch. I already got some designer to hold on my pants.
And here we have yet another song that tries way too hard to be the next Crank That or Watch Me. But other than that, there's not much to talk about here. I mean, it sounds bad.
All I ever wanted was a rollie.
It sounds really bad, but that's all there is of note.
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do.
Here it is, everyone, the #1 song of 2017 in America. None other than Ed Sheeran's Sellout Anthem that sounds like a bootleg version of Cheap Thrills. In all seriousness though, I am very sorry for sounding so pretentious, but I have no idea why anybody would want to listen to this. It's just nothing. It's absolutely nothing. But apparently the rest of America would say otherwise.
No scars, see you're beautiful. With stars, and we're beautiful.
This song sounds fine the first time you hear it, but as you hear it more and more, you slowly start to realize how bad it really is. In that sense, it's similar to Cake by the Ocean or Supposed to Be. The more I heard this song, the more I noticed how painfully slow it was. The more I noticed how plodding the production was. The more I noticed how bad Alicia Cara sounds in this song. But most of all, the more I noticed how hard this song desperately tries to be inspirational. At best, the lyrics are just pseudo-inspirational, but at worst, the lyrics are insanely cliche and insanely vague. In this sense, it's pretty much just Fight Song 2, just slightly better. This drop sucks, and that's not even the worst part. Come on, Zed, you can do a lot better than this. I've seen you do a lot better than this.
I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you.
What if I was made for you and you were made for me?
This song sucks from a very basic viewpoint because the vocals are just put onto the melody hastily without any regard for quality.
What if I loved all these wonders away?
Also, that line is really dumb.
Little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to.
Okay, I know a lot of you are probably really mad at me right now. Like, a lot. So you can type your hate comments in right now. I will not prevent you from doing it, but look. I cannot stand this song. The lyrics are fine, but this beat is just so bland and annoying, and Cardi B's somewhat slurred flow isn't helping anything. And most of the stuff that Cardi B has been on since has been marginally better, which makes this even worse in retrospect. The production on this song is admittedly okay, but the lyrics infuriate me to no end. During the time that this song was released, barely any of the songs charting were dance songs, and that still applies today as well, so this song is pretty much pointless nowadays. Also, I find it extremely ironic that Katy Perry, of all people, is complaining about the horrors of dance music, especially when this song is a dance song. It sounds like one, it pretty much is one. I don't want to live at all. I've come to realize that this high-pitched voice saying thunder over and over again is really annoying. Really, really annoying. Of course, that isn't the main problem with this song. The main problem with the song is that it tries to combine EDM and alternative rock. These are two genres that really shouldn't be combined together. When they're combined together, they're not able to play to their strengths, and they just end up making something really forgettable and meaningless. Yes, it is possible that somebody could execute this combination well, but Imagine Dragons definitely did not. For a song that's trying to be upbeat and cheerful, this is actually pretty terrifying. Justin Timberlake sounds like a ghost. No matter how much emotion he tries to put in his voice, it always sounds so dead and off. And that pretty much goes for the rest of the song. The synth sounds off, the bass sounds off, and pretty much the entire thing just sounds slightly off key. Even Justin himself sounds slightly off key, which combined with the creepy lyrics makes the whole song kind of unnerving. It's almost as if he's trying to hypnotize us to dance. And that hypnotic, robotic repetition of the word dance in the pre-chorus doesn't help anything.
What about us? What about all the times you said you had the answer?
Pink's music has really hit a steep decline. The last song that she was on that was even remotely good was Just Give Me a Reason in 2013, and the last solo act of hers that was even remotely good was Try in 2012. It's so depressing to see a once really good artist be downgraded to shit like this. For what it's worth, it's better than Just Like Fire, but then again, almost everything is better than Just Like Fire, so that's not really saying much. I've heard many people say that this is basically Needed Me if all the personality was taken out. And you know what, that's pretty much better than anything I could have said, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box.
Migos.
17, 5, same color t-shirt.
Migos.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
There's nothing interesting to talk about with this song, except for one line.
You know I used to be in one deep, I'm a freak.
I didn't even know this line existed when I first reviewed this song, but now I do, and I have no idea how to feel about it. For the most part, the song is actually okay, but Nicki Minaj's verse is just awful.
It's the new style with the fresh type of flow.
So awful. As far as Maroon 5 songs go, this is definitely the best one on this year-end chart and probably one of their best post-2010 songs yet. Of course, it's still a Maroon 5 song, so there's not much to go off of there.
Yeah, every day we lit. Yeah, you can't tell me shit. Yeah, remember I was broke. Yeah, now I'm getting rich.
This song is a joke. I mean, come on. Every day we lit? Are you fucking serious? Anyway, this song is pretty much nothing. I could put it in the bad tier, but the bottom of the mid tier is much more appropriate for this. It's not really bad, it's just painfully mediocre. Oh look, it's country music. Kind of. To be honest, I wouldn't really describe this as country music. I'd more so describe it as like a combination of pop and country. But that isn't the main problem. In fact, when you get down to it, there's nothing really wrong with a pop and country combination. There is something wrong, however, when your song is just forgettable and weak. Weak vocal performances, weak lyrics, weak instrumental, just weak all around. Nothing about it makes me want to come back. And when one of the main goals of a song is to get me to want to listen to it over and over, that's a big problem.
She loves a small town boy like me. She's my ride or die, baby. She's my cool, she's my crazy.
Oh look, more country music. Also, does anyone find it weird that this man seems to be extremely sure that this woman likes him?
She can have anybody that she wants to be, anywhere she wants to be.
I know I'm probably nitpicking, but I just find that to be really weird.
I'm way too good at goodbye.
I was never a fan of Stay With Me. It always struck me as slow and pretty boring. And this song is nothing more than a slower and even more boring version of Stay With Me. Yes, it is rather inoffensive and you could do a lot worse, but then again, you could also do a lot better.
Now they always say congratulations.
Meh.
I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now and I need you in my life.
Most forgettable song of 2017.
Young, dumb, young, dumb, and broke.
I like the production on this song. It's nice, echoey, and innocent, which makes sense considering the song's lyrical material, but Khaled sucks in this song. His vocal performance is so slurred and just sucks all around. I don't know if he was going for the style, but if he was, then he failed. This song is overall pretty mediocre, but that flute sample is pretty good.
Passionate from miles away. Passive with the things you say.
I'm quite surprised that Drake managed to make such a big comeback in 2018 after having a subpar performance in 2017. That doesn't mean his music is good, though. The best word I can use to describe this song is inoffensive. And that's not a good thing, because it means the song means pretty much nothing.
I'm the one. I'm the only one.
Hey guys, what's DJ Khaled's favorite number? 11, because it has another one. I should die.
In New York, I merely rock. Hiding in my socks. Running from a up. And I shoot at up.
This song is a mess from pretty much every standpoint. But it's still insanely catchy. It's still a mess though. Slightly above average tropical house song that doesn't really leave much of an impact. Also, the choppy Vocaloid drop is alright. And that's about it for part 1. Stay tuned sometime next week or maybe even this week for part 2. And also, I do kind of feel bad for not making the seasonal top 25 rankings for summer, spring, and winter. So you know what, I'm going to make it up to you. I'm going to finish this video off by ranking the current top 25 for August 4th, 2018. Let's go. 6ix9ine might be one of the worst rappers of all time. This is pretty much the opposite of Treat You Better, in every way except quality. I can't believe Drake has so little dignity nowadays that he'll willingly agree to work with some random fuckhead named Lil Baby. I'm sad I know this song. Is this song pop? Is this song country? Is this song trap? Is this song awful? I know the answer to one of those questions. This sucks. Oh look, it's album fodder. This song is a goddamn Target commercial. The comeback nobody was asking for. I should probably hate this song a lot more than I do. 10 times better than their 2014 and 2015 stuff without a doubt.
She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my dead memes. And my
Mama Luigi.
I'm sorry.
A rather disappointing follow-up to Rockstar. This song is a meme. I'm surprised the public gave Taylor Swift another hit after Look What You Made Me Do. Decent production, decent flow, but nothing all too special. Certainly not one of Ariana Grande's better singles, but still semi-solid all around. I'm glad this one made it in the top 20. I'm hoping that it will make the year end. This is still here? Holy shit. How is a country song in the great tier? Remember when I said that Cardi B has greatly improved since Bodak Yellow? This is a good example of that. The only good song off Scorpion. I cannot believe that Shawn Mendes has made a song this good. 3 years ago, I would have never thought that Ariana Grande would become one of the most consistently good artists in the current music act. I don't know what to say, this song is just great. And that just about wraps up this video. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I promise you, part 2 will come out sometime this month. Goodbye.
And remember to follow me on Twitter.